God bless Vasilisa Fyodorovna.
God bless.
Bride sent for you. She doesn't let anyone touch the banya. Says you're the only one who can.
That's right. Tell her I'll be there soon. Get the decoration.
All right, I'm going then.
And I will go to the Nikolaevs to help. I'll be with the guests this evening. Be on the lookout. Don't forget about Jim. Who knows who's mixed up into this?
All right, Grandpa.
Greetings, Vasilisa Fyodorovna. I've fallen ill. Have the days near when I won't be able to hold a plow.
What did you expect? Weren't you the one last year who got drunk, climbed the Church of the Trinity, and knocked down a bell?
Yes, Yegor Yevlampovich. It was I. I come... Vasilisa Fyodorovna, heal me, please.
All right. I'll do something about it. One doesn't deserve to die because... Here, sit by the stove.
You whisper several healing zagovors, and the visitor feels better.
Oh, thank you, mistress. I once...
Thank you for coming, Vasya. I've been crying the whole night. I have no strength left.
That's how it is. If you want a good marriage, you have to wail a bit.
I know. But it's not that simple. I won't miss the...
This way you'll get a taste of grief and cry, but your marriage life will be sweet.
Yes, we need to go to the banya soon. Decorate it properly. No one knows this...
All right. Go cry about your hair. You can comment without me.
I will leave you a red ribbon.
No need. I'll manage.
Thank you, Vasya. I'll go then.
Well, to decorate it properly, I need to place birches along the path and tie ribbons around the banya. Time to get to work.
Some birch branches lie here. Here are the decorations for the banya. Satin ribbons of different... You take the ribbons from the chest.
It turned out pretty beautiful. It will also keep the bride safe.
The old banya reminds you of the Abdiricha. You chase away these gloomy thoughts. You are thinking about what color to decorate the banya. The barrel jumps from side to side and sways as if it were alive. A small boy is sitting in the barrel. He clutches a flute in his hands and blows it.
Well, witch, today Petska the witch hunter will expel you from this wedding.
Witch hunter? Stop blowing the flute. I'm here to help the...
Right, as if I'd believe ya.
The boy starts to torture his flute in a severe...
If he doesn't stop playing, my head will explode. I can bring him around. And What do you expect? I'm the master of ceremonies here. I'm in charge.
Right, I'm not 5 anymore. Only men can become witch hunters. Well, the hosts couldn't get rid of...
You feel as if the flute is splitting your head in two.
If you don't stop playing now, I'll go get the rods.
All right. I believe you. I heard that the Kolduns curse weddings. I'm here to protect it.
What have you heard about Kolduns?
Do Kolduns fight each other? One invites a Koldun over. And like you.
What are you whispering there?
Nothing, nothing. So then comes another Khaldun, a powerful one, and curses everything he sees. The wedding.
Have you heard about Banix here?
I have. They grabbed the cursed and flayed, and the bride lived with them, they say. Is she an evil spirit too?
No, she was rescued.
So, a powerful Khaldun?
Yes, I went with the groom.
You wouldn't manage without a groom, I bet.
So, you think I can't manage? Will you help me to guard this wedding?
I can. Together, we can do it. Defeat the Khalduns.
It's time for me to lead the bride to the banya.
I'll look after you, witch. Let's deal with it peacefully.
After the preparations are made, it's time to accompany the bride to the banya. A crowd of people has gathered to watch the ritual. Everyone wants to hear the wailings of old and have a look at the decorations. You warn the bride that guests from her side might show up soon. Shorts sent by the Abdiricha. You're right. As soon as the fire is lit in the banya, a demon appears. After you catch your breath, you wash the bride while speaking the ritual Zagavers, and then help to get her. Carts with wedding guests have already started to arrive at the yard. There will be a wedding gathering this evening, so there's going to be quite a crowd. Nikolai is here, as well as old Yegor, the master of ceremonies, and the groom's relatives. The moment the guests enter the yard, the mother of the bride brings her daughter out.
You came!
Jesus, so many people.
Well, we came, yes, so.
No wind and then a gale. No guests and then a...
Greetings, Igor Yevlampovich, master of
Howdy! Soon we'll make you come.
Greetings, noble best man, my loyal friend.
Well, as they say in Sheridan,
Greetings,
greetings. See, I'll fulfill. Oh well, the evening won't start by itself. Time to drink. Don't go ahead of the cart. When the master of ceremonies. Come on, you're too ceremonial. They do everything quicker and.
Right. And the people there will lose what's left of their souls soon. We'll start this wedding proper, as it's supposed to be.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't be angry, Vasilisa Fyodorovna. Igor Yevlampovich, it will be as you say.
Unharness the horses and get ready for dinner. And I.
As you say, Igor Yevlampovich. Come here, everyone.
Could you be a bit quicker, old man?
Come. You'll get what you're due.
Everything is quiet at the moment. There are no Kolduns around except for you and Aldi. I'm keeping my eyes open. If I notice any chorts...
Shorts? Regular people don't see them.
Wrong. Anyone can see a chort today. Have you heard about the carts with no horses?
Well, I know that shorts spin the grindstones.
Uh-huh. And who's pushing a cart if there are no cattle? Chorts! Who else? And then there's another thing. Oh! And have you heard about Peligraph? Recently in Solikamsk, the Peligraph chorts the peasants pulled down Peligraph. It's a sort of nobility. They cut Peligraph.
Palagraph? I've only seen the tap.
Huh. So is he scary?
Oh, I barely escaped.
Be on the lookout. Peligraph himself may...
I'm not your typical bride. The others usually say goodbye to their home.
You had a chance to see it. Not every cursed one has that.
That's right. But you'll help me if something goes wrong?
I didn't save you from a demon for nothing.
Thank you, Vasa.
If there's any cursed wool in the bride's way, it will bring bad luck. If it's bear wool, the procession might not...
Hey, Kola, prepare your coins. We have a song for you.
Hey, hit it! Petka, let's have some drums!
So that's how life turns out to be. For so many years, I've been raising a log, and my daughter was so... Oh, Jesus Christ. How did it happen? Forgive me, Lord.
Your child wasn't growing. So why didn't you visit a nowhere?
I called a doctor, and he said that it's a kind of a sign...
All diseases come from demons. Why are you listening to doctors? Be glad that Nikolai got to us.
Oh, I don't even know how to thank you, Vasilisa Fyodorovna. My daughter will do well with such a matchmaker.
Are you happy with the groom?
Oh, we couldn't hope for better. Practical, has served in the army. What more could you wish for?
Your daughter is an enviable bride.
I myself couldn't have brought her up better. Lord, forgive me, but how could you say that she grew up with demons? No, and such a dowry. Even I got a belt, just like my daughter's. I don't know who sent it, though.
How can you live with this friend of yours? I just don't get it.
He's all right. Anyway, I want to speak to you about something else. We
Right, instead of Petka. But no.
keep your eyes open. Don't give any curse a chance to settle.
Have you sensed anything wrong?
The horses were reluctant to go when the procession was leaving the gate. I whispered a bit, and it sort of improved. But these things don't happen. Why don't you have a look? Maybe with your powers of sorcery, you'll be able to find something.
I don't think any Khaldoons will show up. They're scared of you. Have been for a long time now.
Could be. So we won't sell. Besides, what's a good wedding without a Khaldoon Jew? There was this event in my youth. I was the best man and guarded the wedding. A disgruntled Khaldoon showed up. So I gave him a good cursing. He was sick for an entire week after that. But you should look for a curse anyway.
Did you teach our accordion player any words?
I did. And he whispered them correct.
I hope he doesn't mix anything up.
What could he possibly mix up? I'll look after him.
Talk to you later, Grandpa. I'll have a look around.
Remember how I taught you to
Of course I do.
Well, try to find some wool or bean sprouts. You need to dispose of them.
All right, Grandpa.
If there's any cursed wool in the bride's way, it will bring bad...
Well, Miss Elisa, we've been through fire together to end up.
Wait a little bit. This feast will get pretty fiery.
Petka, how are you doing after that night?
I don't quite remember what happened, Vasia. I only know one thing. If it wasn't for you, the feast, I won't forget it.
It turns out you're like a mother to everyone here.
Khaldoons often throw in a pod with 9 peas to prevent horses from passing. You search the haystack, but don't feel any cursed art.
Be on the lookout. Billy the Graf himself may show up.
You may go on your way. It turns out the room is noisy because several men decided to kill some time by playing cards. They are so immersed in the game.
Hardly anyone visits this part of the house.
What are you doing here? This is no place for a girl.
Hey, wait! What are you blabbering? Come in, Vasilisa. Welcome. Long time no see. Shh! She's a witch. I know her. Shut your mouth. She'll...
God helps. Samson, you're working on the Zimskaya station, right?
Well, welcome. Be our guest.
Silence, you fool! That's right. From the Urolka station. What are the chances? The bride's parents are old acquaintances of...
And I turned out to be a matchmaker. Do you play cards?
Yes, madam. Would you like to join?
So, are you familiar with the bride's parents?
Her father, when he was still alive, traded salt. He would often visit her. I told him lots of made-up stories, but he told about, his daughter.
I've heard that those who play cards at a wedding will be dragged to hell by demons.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ!
One of the card players runs away from the table in horror.
What are you scaring us for, Vasya?
Who knows? Maybe I'm not joking.
The card players exchange looks in confusion. You may go on your way. You look into the pantry near the haystacks and see a ruffled silhouette of a Susietko. He seems... Finally, after the prolonged greetings of the foreign guests, the ritual of drinking to the bride begins. The bride brings wine to everyone, and the guests sit in the traditional order. A dinner is served that consists of many dishes: jellied minced meat, meat soup, fish pie. The whole week before the wedding, the bridesmaids and the bride were preparing wailings of grief. Now it's time for songs of praise and glory. Before continuing the feast, you decide to stretch.
And she has the blackest book. And her eyes. A true Satan. She looked at me and I sort of froze. She wanted to set her, but then I told her, I'll hit you.
What did you tell me?
Ah, sweet mother. What?
It's me who's going to hit you hard. Or should I send my chort on you?
Oh, Vasa, don't curse him. He was a fool. Don't be strict with him. He used to tease me too when I was with... I know that you're good. You should be called a witch doctor.
Akulina, was it you who I cured of Ikota?
It was me, Vasilisa. Thank you, mistress.
This chort has no business sitting as an Ikota. Proshka is doing good now. He's traveling with me.
So, he's helping you. Who knew it would turn out so well? This is my friend, Piotr. He's very good with his flute.
Well, it is what it is.
If you tell any more stories like that about me, you won't have any limbs to hold that flute.
Got it.
So, how are you doing without Proshka?
Oh, I couldn't be happier. The chort doesn't speak from inside me in a scary voice, and the other children don't make fun of me anymore. Thank you, Vasya.
How's your patrol doing? Noticed any more Khaldooms?
Everything's quiet. I'm on the lookout.
Do you like the wedding?
Oh, it's pretty, and the songs, and...
That's rubbish. But Nikolai's uniform looks great.
Oh, when I grow up, I'll cry my eyes out, and then I'll live happily.
The neighbors of this tall carpenter are lying face down on their plates, snoring.
Do you think I bored them with my talking? Oh no, that's not the case. In all of Perm Gubernia, there's no... Well, if it's about carpentry or drinking. Anyway, in all the rest, I'm afraid I'm not that good.
So your axe feeds you?
Yeah, I recently put a blockhouse in Anbor. I'm often hired in this Uyest. If only I was paid, I can build whatever you can think of. A boat or a church. My tool is always with me.
So no one can beat you at drinking?
I can drink 5 bottles of vodka right now, believe it or not.
I think I can beat you at drinking.
You? Well, wanna try it?
After several cups, you feel sick. You have to get up from the table and whisper a couple of Zagavers to come to.
Vasilisa Fyodorovna, God be with you. I know I didn't believe you outright, but I was... Oh, thank you, Vasilisa Fyodorovna. I don't know how to thank you. Take some sour cream from our cow. Oh, it was a lucky day when we met you.
The feast is not yet over, but it will not continue on without your approval. The feast continues, and each of the guests is honored with a song of glorification. After each song, it is customary to thank the girls bow and thank you before praising the other guests. At the end of the feast, a ritual dish is served. Selyanka, a large baked pudding with eggs. Nikolai deftly cuts a piece of pie and gifts his mother-in-law the customary coins. The feast will go on until morning, but old Yegor convinces you that...
God bless. Yegor Yevlampovich, Vasilisa Fyodorovna. I came for you, Vasilisa. I'll get you to Pakcha. And you, Yegor Yevlampovich, will get to Vilgard. Get ready. I'll wait for you at the gates.
Galbets and his boss cellar. Old Yegor says that's where the domovoi lives. I've never met one, but I once saw a black figure standing still in the corner of the house.
You reach the bride's izba with the light of dawn. The changeling girl sits under the icons and starts a long ritual of saying farewell to the maidenly headband. The bridesmaids chant, Uzhyasyaduka Maladyoshенька. The bride hands out red satin ribbons to everyone. The bride gives the prettiest one to you. The ritual drags on, and the guests have yet to arrive. The sounds of the last wailings quiet down close to the evening. The bridesmaids begin dressing the bride in the wedding gown, and you decide to look once more for cursed items. You go down into the yard. It looks empty and grim without wedding guests. Not surprising. This roof was home to an evil spirit for many years. You jump from a sudden rustling. You think you heard it. There was some noise coming from this haystack. Or was it that haystack? Two dark figures emerge from the shadows.
Aha! We've caught a witch!
Oh, it's Vasilisa.
This isn't a fairy tale. What if I took you for an evil spirit?
Sorry, Vasya. We were trying to ambush an evil Khaldun, not she.
Someone has been here for sure. We've been watching all night and saw it. He sneaked in and...
Oh, Christ in heaven! Not in a quarter.
It's alright. I'll protect you. Khalduns have no business cursing weddings.
What Khaldun did you see?
He sneaked in at night. Satan himself, I swear by God.
The gates opened by themselves, and the seals were flying around.
It means Chorts were moving it.
And he himself didn't look like a Khaldun. He was dressed as a town.
He started to whisper. It was so fast and it was so dark. We almost couldn't see anything.
She likely won't find it by herself.
Stop whistling.
This flute must be good against the Khalduns.
So he ran, and we decided to change our hiding spot in case he... And you came.
What did that Khaldun do?
He whispered a lot and did something with his hands.
I think he was scattering cursed items.
We'll help you find them, Vasya.
She likely won't find it by herself.
All right, if you want to help, go right ahead. Petka, look in this haystack for a peapod with 9 peas. You, Akulina, look in that haystack. And I'll search the yard. All clear?
Clear. You likely won't find it without us.
All right, Vasilisa.
Beer. Leftovers from yesterday.
The chest contains snowy white bed sheets for the newlyweds. They must be given to the house of the groom once you go. You closely inspect the floor. To your horror, you find a patch of burned dog hair. You remove it with a zagavar. Petka suddenly calls out to you.
Vasya, I found it, I think.
I too found some traces of the curse. You and I both have some. That's a lot. What do you have, Akulina?
Huh?
Well, it doesn't matter if you don't have any.
I found some, Vasya. Also a pod.
Quite a few curses. Powerful Khaldun is involved here.
The children look at each other worrisomely.
Give me those pods. Who knows what else is our enemy capable of? A curse? Will he summon Chorts? Immortal.
You jump from the sudden knock at the gates. The children run inside the house, screaming. You open the gates before the surprised guests.
I don't have time for ransoms. Go get your bride upstairs. I need to speak to the master of ceremonies.
You seem alarmed, Vasilisa.
I found so many cursed things right now. Someone powerful is trying to curse this wedding.
You tell old Yegor about your discoveries.
You can stop the wedding now.
But why? Wait, I'll tell Nikolai.
Old Yegor forcefully grabs your arm.
Hold there. Do you want to spoil their wedding? If you stop the procession right now, their whole life could...
Yes, but what if we're stopped on our way down the aisle? No one knows how all these curses turn out.
That's your task, Matchmaker, to guard the procession. If it stops, then yes, only God knows what will happen. Don't bother the betrothed. Do your... and I will do mine. We'll teach Fedьka some zagovors. He may learn something yet.
All right, Grandpa.
Let's go. We need to bless them on their way.
All the guests gather in the izba. After the blessings of Nikolai and his bride, the procession departs to Vilgort, to the...
This girl sure is lucky, right?
Yes, if you can return from enough. She wouldn't have done it by herself. We helped her. So is the case with the other dead. They can't get back by themselves.
So Kolya wouldn't pull her out without you, right?
Without me or Grandpa, unlikely.
You know, I've been thinking. In a way, he also pulled me out. If you didn't come that night to the pot house, Shirts would have killed me.
Yes, I think that's how it happened.
I've heard what the girls in Vilgard have been saying, that you didn't want to become a witch. But you did become one, right? And so I've been thinking...
Why would you think that?
You and your grandpa are taking me for a fool. But I see lots of the dead men can go back by themselves, right? So I think you decided. Vasya, stop this nonsense. Nothing good will come of it. You brought back that girl, but she never died. She was kidnapped, right? I was quite close to being dead, but she betrayed. Is dead. Buried.
Quit running your mouth. You don't understand anything.
Wait, don't be angry. I'm not joking. I came close to seeing the afterlife. There's no coming back, and your chores constantly beg you for a walk, right? So how many people have you cursed already?
Not so many.
And what's next? Sooner or later, they'll get hungrier and hungrier and start dragging our souls. I've listened closely to many stories. Your church will also drag you to hell, along with who knows how many peasants.
You may be right. The Chorts constantly ask for work. If I give them some slack, they'll ruin everything they see. But what else can I do? You're saying my Chorts will be the death of me. You can't know my fate, and you don't know his fate.
That's right. I don't. But I decided to make my own fate. You have your fate. You heard the Troika, so that's your fate. Maybe it wasn't, but I have it differently. You remember how I stole from the shop? It wasn't the first time. I've done lots of similar things. I think maybe I should quit this kind of life. Start a household. I know it's not as fun. You saved me. So I wanted to ask your advice. You were nowhere after all. What do you think?
You have your own life, Fedka. It might be better than the rest of ours. For instance, I'm a nowhere. We also make our own life. Don't you fall in the rut.
Well, if you think of it this way, you might be just right, Vasia.
Fedka grins and flings the reins. Pakcha village is surrounded by mist, and the road to Vilgurt lies ahead of you. You think that if someone wanted this wedding ruined, he wouldn't be stopped this easily. The winding path lures you in with a damp mist and mysterious shadows. What spirits hide behind them? Soon, you get to Cold Creek Ford. Yours and the bride's carts cross the water. You look around and notice demon eyes in the dark. Fedka gives you a questioning look. What should you do with the rest of the guests? You hold the horses and give a lift to several nimble guests. The older and behind your back, you hear human screams and demons croaking. In the mist, the wedding train reaches the shadows of the gloomy trees of the Crooked Forest. Strange sounds escape the evening darkness. It appears the mysterious Khaldun cursed this road. Your suspicions prove correct. Although you have known this forest since you were a child, the road meets a fork that you have no memory of. You don't recognize the last fork either. The road to the left looks like it's submerged in darkness, and you see some moonlight. You arrive at another fork. The road to the left lies through a thick forest, and to the right, you see a clear. Finally, the forest is behind you. Vilgert is close, so you decide to take a break. Mikhail's crossroads look unfamiliar. You feel as if you have entirely lost your sense of direction. You can't tell north from south. It's as if you are standing at this crossroads for the first time. You decide to resort to sorcery. You quickly whisper the words of the Zagavar and listen. You chose the right way. You make no mistake in choosing the road. This task is right down your alley. The road to Vilgert passes by unevenly.
Vasilisa, stop the procession!
Alexander, we can't! It's a bad omen!
I suppose I can hide it now. No time to argue. I intend to curse your wedding procession, and I'm willing to see it through.
What? Are you telling me that everything you do is based on science?
I can leave it be, but only if you give me the book.
Listen! Let me wed this couple, and then we can fight! Why involve the bride and groom?
You won't trick me, Vasilisa! I came especially prepared for this fight. Now when there's a curse around us, we are equal.
But why do you need to ruin the wedding?
It's simple. I can take the side effect only if you're sufficiently weakened.
If the procession stops, the curse may splash out. Only God knows what should happen then.
Right. You're only saying this so I wouldn't interfere. No such thing will happen.
Listen to me. This is dangerous. Very...
You can't scare me, Vasilisa. Either give me the book, or the procession stops.
I can't give you the book, you know that.
Then it's the only way. Défense-toi! me the book, Vasilisa.
They have nothing to feed.
the book, Vasilisa.
They have nothing to fear.
I don't want to hurt you, Vasilisa. Not if I don't have to.
You've been lying like the devil himself, and now you want me to...
Give up, or the entire wedding procession will be
Not if I stop you first.
Alexander's driver notices that his master is weakened and strikes the horses. The carriage drives away. With horror, you realize that his last Zagavers weren't directed at you, but at the procession. The horses... Alexander's curse hits the weekend wedding procession and slices through it. Some of the wedding guests turn into wolves and run into the forest. Others have lost consciousness or are injured from the crash.
Grandpa! Grandpa, you're alive?
Vasilisa! Oh, gee.
Wait, I'll whisper a bit.
No time. What's happened to the...
Yes, many of the guests were turned to wolves.
So they were... I wasn't seeing straight.
I'll get that, Alexander. Oh, but what should we do now?
Shush, don't whine. There's no time to think about that lad now. That's all right. You'll catch the wolves and heal them. Next...
How will I find them? Even my chores may not be able to find the cursed.
We'll find them. I have this old friend of mine. Then we'll get ready for the road.
How did they turn into wolves? No one has heard of such thing for 100 years.
Well, your friend there cast a strong curse. Fedьka is not very knowledgeable for a...
How do I lift the curse?
You need special herb. Cuckoo's tears. It grows deep in the forest, in the Leshy's domain.
So Fedьka turned also?
Yes, there is his accordion. At first I
What do we do with the bride and groom now?
They'll manage. I'll teach them a couple of secret prayers.
Who's that friend of yours?
Just a hunter. I'll tell you at home.
Your friend, the Ikotnitsa, is lying here. Akulina has lost consciousness. It seems the girl... Akulina comes to her senses and with difficulty stands on her feet.
Oh, Vasya, have you healed me?
Akulina, you're alive. Oh, Lord.
She's going to be all right now. Akulina, have you noticed where the wolves went?
I haven't. I don't remember anything since I fell. I can't see Piotr anywhere. He must have been
Your mother will bring you home. Rest there.
All right, Vasya.
Vasilisa, my head is dizzy. Where is Nick?
I can't see him. Listen.
He's also been transformed. I seem to be destined to go return to evil.
Don't lose hope. I'll go after him and the rest of the gang. I know I failed at protecting the wedding, but I'll try to fix.
Looks like you were right about Fedьka. I should have.
He's not the one who ruined the wedding. That was another Khaldun. That's all right. As soon as I get Nikolai back, you'll make it to the church. I'll set you up.
I hope that God will help you, Vasilisa.
A wounded peasant girl is lying in the grass. Looks like she's lost consciousness. The girl thanks you with a weak voice, but then loses her senses again.
All the cards have turned over. Some of them are broken. Some horses have fled. Only the bravest of them all have stayed.
Thank you, Vasilisa Fyodorovna. I'll pray for you.
Did you notice where the wolves ran?
Somewhere in the direction of Pakcha. They hid in the forest straight away. I barely had any time to look. I only noticed that several of the bridesmaids turned. The horror! I've heard of such things, but never thought would witness it.
Ready to go back. You can barely stand upright. Vasilisa, get up. It's morning already. We need to hurry while the wolf tracks are still. I told you yesterday about my friend, the hunter. He can track any beast.
These aren't exactly beasts.
And the hunters aren't exactly simple folk. They're knowers of their own sort. Some are friends. This one is called Airat, a smart man. Lives near Cherdin.
You think he'll help me?
He will. When you meet him, tell him I sent you. We had a deal. I give him the stuff, and he owes me one.
How do I find the guests?
You and Airat.
I also need to talk to Alexandre.
No point. He must have fled. If I were him, I would stay away from you.
You're right, Grandpa. The moment we took on the next seal, the wolves showed up. As if the devil himself arranged it.
I don't know. If anyone helps us, it must be some power from above. Satan can only spoil things, and forces of light wouldn't curse a wedding. Mysterious are his ways. Who knows? Who knows?
You think I can break the curse with the wedding guests?
Only you can find it out.
Where can I find your friend?
Airat lives close to Cherdin. You'll learn about him in the town, in the hunting shop there. It's summer now, so he shouldn't be wandering in the woods. To cure the wolves, look for a cuckoo's tears herb. You should find it in the forest. Some herbalists may also have it. Have a look in the town, and above all, don't forget the seal.
All right, Grandpa.
Greetings, kind host. We bear gifts, a fine rooster for you, which should prove useful for the household.
Greetings. Come sit by the table. Need any help?
Oh, we have a disaster on our hands in our village of Klepnikova. Oh, the things that have happened. We must have made Aleshi angry. Yesterday, a shepherd was looking after our cattle, and a pack of wolves jumped him. Scared halfway to death he was. They wanted to kill him along with the animals, but he threw his accordion at them. He wants to be a musician, and a wolf tore at it instead. The man ran as fast as he could. He barely made it.
I think I can deal with that pack.
Then there is this strange thing. One of the wolves, our shepherd has a sharp eye, was... Holy Mother, Lord Jesus!
All right, I'll help.
Oh, thank you, mistress. I won't forget it.